inshore fishing series. In Florida's #1 inshore fishing grounds. The Flastmasters series has challenged tournament anglers for 21 years. Now the challenge becomes greater. No slot, no size limit. 4 tournaments, 3 different species, 2 different techniques, 1 goal to make it to the Maverick Boats Yamaha Flastmasters Championship. 20 qualifying teams, 2 days, 2 Grand Slams, 1 Grand Champion, 1 Grand Prize, valued at $45,000. This is Flastmasters.
Welcome to the 2021 Flastmasters Photo, Catch, and Release Championship Tournament. I'm your host, Amanda McCorkle. This championship tournament consists of 2 days, Grand Slam, snook, trout, and redfish, on first day being all baits, second day artificial only.
The 2021 Maverick Boats Yamaha Flastmasters Catch Photo Release Series, presented by Ingman Marine. Sponsored by J. Gregory HR Payroll Insurance and Risk Management, Charlotte County Ford, TH Marine, Bimini Bay Tsunami Tackle, Power Pole, Rapid Graphics, Real Hobby, Reaper Rods, and Spectacles of Naples. And also by these fine sponsors.
With a total of 486 points, I present to you our 2021 Power Pole Team of the Year, Ingman Marine.
I've got our 2021 Power Pole Team of the Year, Ingman Marine, with us right now. How are you guys feeling about this weekend's championship?
I feel it's going to be pretty windy and bumpy, so we got to deal with the weather. So hopefully all of our homework will pay off. So we'll see what happens.
Now, JR, how are you going to shake things up with the second day being artificial only?
We're going to do exactly what we did last year. It took me 2 weeks to get the same lure I had from last year, and we're going to go to our close to home spot and try to make it work again.
Well, good luck to all of you guys.
Thank you.
I've got Tony B with Worksite Employee Leasing. So you guys brought in some incredible fish last tournament. How are you feeling about this one?
We're going to work hard and keep what we do, stick to our game plan, and hopefully it pans out like it did last tournament.
Now, are you a little bit nervous that artificial is going to come on that second day? Have you guys strategized for that?
It's going to be windy, so it's going to suck both days. So, yes, that's going to be the short story. We're going to work hard and plug like we do all the way to the last minute and hopefully get that one fish that makes a difference.
We've been doing really well. Most of the fish we've been catching is artificial, and some fish on little fish on live bait. So
now, Tom, I know these redfish are biting this time of the year. Are you worried at all about a trout?
No, absolutely not. We got on some good trout, good reds, and good snook today, all on artificial. So we're pretty confident going in for Saturday and Sunday.
We're on big fish, but pre-fishing and tournament day is completely different. So, got an east wind, blowing 20, anything can change.
So I know redfish are biting good this season. How are you feeling about that trout?
Trout, we're on them, but that's not the snook and redfish is what we're concerned about.
I've still been looking as hard as I can like that day for a big snook. They're very scarce. So they're around, but they're traveling a lot, and they ain't sticking around the same place, so it makes it a lot tougher.
River strategy or more saltwater strategy?
I'm going saltwater strategy. Fished the river a lot in my life, and it's a hit or miss. You can play the tides pretty good on the saltwater side, so I'm going to take the tides over the river. your redfish are schooling up. They're getting ready to spawn, so they're getting closer to the structures. Same with snook. They're around structures, so I'm hoping I can get lucky enough and double up with a red and snook out of the same hole, or redfish on the bars double up with a redfish and trout. So hopefully that'll work out to where minimize my time.
We are currently in our morning of day one. We've got anglers searching for bait. The wind is rough out here. Let's see what they bring home.
Trout, can we get one?
Yeah, good fish.
Red. Red jack. It's a good fish, ain't it? Exciting though.
False alarm camera. Redfish. Get him in the boat.
Attaboy, Davey. I think we done trout fishing. Holy dog shit.
Steve, tell me a little bit about the stuff that you guys carry.
Real Hobby is 100% USA made product. We make it here in Punta Gorda. We're expanding our line right now, as a matter of fact, and coming out with a lot more products. All our products in the future will be all USA made. It's a UPF 50. They're moisture wicking. It's a micro mesh material, so the breeze goes right through it. So if it's a nice, comfortable day, then it feels like air conditioning, quite honestly. It's not just fishing apparel. It was originally made as fishing apparel, but people wear it as loungewear. Different products that we're carrying now are we decorate mailboxes. We do clothing, whether it's custom or it's our Real Hobby products. We're going to be getting involved in some other artists' work as well, and we're doing some coffee mugs. We're doing some wall art. So there's quite a few products coming down the line.
I am here with Team 4AC Walls. Jace, how does it feel to be in the 40 Club?
Pretty dang good, thank you. It really does. It's a once in a lifetime experience, I can tell you that, that's for sure.
How did it feel?
You can't even explain that, you know. Honestly, it wasn't even my rod. Somebody decided to walk to the bow of the boat this morning and the rod bent over, so when you're the closest person to it, you grab it. And that's what ended up on the other end of the line. I don't know, it's just...
Well, hey, it is a great looking snook, and you should be proud, and welcome to the 40 Club.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Tell me how today went.
It was tough. Started out good. Caught our snook where we thought we were catching a redfish, and just kind of went downhill from there.
Now, I know last tournament you guys brought in a beautiful snook. Was that the same spot you were fishing today, or was there a lot of movement with that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I fished that place where we caught her last tournament. I didn't even fish it today. It's just kind of been kind of a hit or miss, and that was just off the whim. Hopefully we get lucky, and we did. And today, I mean, it was redfish killed us.
It's my customized Reaper rod. See, my name's on the end of it. Every Reaper rod is not ran through a machine. These guides are precisely placed by every single person that makes these. These have the microwave line control system. They're a guided eye that are specifically placed on these rods so you get a more precise cast and your line doesn't get tangled up as much. I want a light rod, I want a durable rod that I obviously can cast far with, that I can fight bigger fish on, that's not as heavy. And this is a great rod to do that. It's very versatile with several different species. And the guided eyes make it great for casting in mangroves where you need to be to catch those bigger snook and redfish.
Looks like we're going to have a little tough day today. We got some wind coming out there today, and hopefully our fish show up that we were on yesterday. We were on some good fish. It's going to be a little tougher. We're throwing live bait yesterday, and we have artificial today. So they've been hitting a lot of artificial. We caught most of our fish on artificial yesterday, so which was a good sign for us for today. So hopefully we can pull in that, the same lengths that we did, and as far as get that and put us in the top 5 spot. That's what we're looking for today.
We ended up catching a decent sized snook yesterday morning. Held on to that for a couple hours. Went out and got us lucked out and got one redfish, the only redfish we caught all day long, and then went back to a different spot, tried to upgrade the snook, ended up upgrading our snook, got a better one, then went back and found a trout. And I mean, we only caught probably 6 fish yesterday all day.
You expecting pretty much the same thing today?
Yeah. Hopefully we threw artificial only yesterday. We didn't have any throw any bait whatsoever, so we feel pretty good going into today. Hopefully everybody that threw live bait today that did pretty good, they don't fare so well today. Hopefully it evens the field a little bit.
We're doing pretty good. We ended up in 5th after day 1, so hopefully today we can catch some better fish and jump up.
The challenges that you had yesterday, is it pretty much the same thing today?
Yeah, it's going to be similar. Hopefully they like artificial as much as they like cut bait, and hopefully the fish get a little bigger.
You staying close, or are you bumping around a little bit?
No, we're going to run across the harbor. Get beat up a little bit this morning.
Right now, I believe we're in 8th, right? A lot of big fish being brought in. So the only kicker today is we do have an artificial tournament today. So a lot of the guys depend on that live bait bite. Yesterday definitely isn't going to happen today. Hopefully not. Maybe we'll get embarrassed, who knows. But there's definitely a lot of big fish being caught, a lot of good competition, so we'll see what happens. We're going to have a bumpy ride across the harbor. Pretty much everybody will. Also, that tide actually might help us. It's going to be a little high in the morning. Hopefully it goes out in the afternoon. On that low tide, you can spot those schools of redfish a lot easier. So with this wind, too, coming out of the east, I think it'll blow out the water pretty quick, so that might help us there. And we're just going to cover some ground, throw some artificial, and do what we do best and grind it out.
We're now on day 2, another grand slam, snook, red, and trout on artificial only. Anglers are scrambling. This is a make or break tournament. Let's see who's gonna take home that $40,000 Hughes.
Which hat?
Get the net! Get the net! Get move sideways! Yeah, baby! Look at that snook to go with it. Yeah, baby!
I want it to look as realistic as possible. And typically when something's moving in the water, it's gonna move a little bit and then it's gonna stop. And then you're gonna wanna wait for that drop, because then the drop is when that fish is gonna eat it. So I wanna do a twitch, reel. And when I'm reeling, that is when the drop happens. So what I'm doing is I'm getting the motion of what a natural fish would look like. So I'm gonna reel and kind of do a few twitches. I'm gonna wait for that drop. And I'm using a lighter lure because of the watercolor. If I was in more darker brackish water, I'd be using a black and a gold. This one, what I'm doing is I'm just reeling this in slowly. I want it to look like it is an alive, natural pinfish. You're not gonna see a lot of those shiny flashes out of this. This is a soft plastic. So this I want to look very natural. I'm not gonna twitch. I'm not gonna do any of that. I want it to look like it's a pinfish swimming. I'm here with Team 4A Seawall. So you guys brought in a huge snook yesterday, your 43. How did you do today?
Not as good as we wanted to. We got out there this morning and the fish were gone. Kind of disappointing.
So I know a lot of teams had some struggles today with the fish and them just not being there. Why do you think that was?
That little bit of a cold front that come through spooked them out. They probably went to deeper water with them. Don't know. It just wasn't a good day for us.
We had a fun day, but it was very frustrating. We fished those fish that we've been on, like we talked about last video, and They've been there for 9 weeks, and they didn't show up today. So, surprise, we stayed there for too long, and I think it cost us a little bit of some length today. So we should have went to Plan B a little earlier, and but we stuck it out and we tried. So it was all in all, it was still a good day.
We had a pretty good day. I mean, we didn't catch a lot of fish. We caught the right fish. The only thing I think we were lacking was probably the redfish. We weren't school fishing like a lot of the other teams were. We were just looking for singles, 2s and 3s, and the redfish bite really didn't work out for us very well.
Artificial only today. You guys did great yesterday. How do you think today went?
I think it went well. It was a struggle this morning. We had a tough time with the trout, and it was kind of make or break with us with the trout.
So how did you guys do on redfish today?
We did actually better than yesterday. It was awesome. Probably about 1:30, I kind of gave up on the redfish, and we started trout fishing hard, and Bucky stuck a good fish, and I think we got another inch and a half out of him. So I got back in the game and started redfishing a little bit. And then the last hour was probably the funnest we've had all year, and ended up catching 2 really good trout.
I'm here with Team Bimini Bay Storm Shield. They were our 2020 Flastmasters Championship winners. So how do you guys think you did this year?
We did good today. I don't think we finished first, but we had about as good a day as we can do today. And the team, I think, that won the tournament, I think they deserve it because we couldn't have done much better than what we did today. So more, congrats to them.
We stuck to our game plan and we caught fish everywhere we went. Really couldn't have done anything different to make it a better day. It was great. Hats off to the guys that won. I mean, we fought hard. We fought hard.
And this is what this 2-day battle is all about. This brand new Hughes Redfisher 18 from Maverick Boats, powered by a Yamaha 115 from Ingman Marine.
Another year that Flastmasters has been around, which is awesome. I see the youngins in the room, that's even more awesome. So I want to congratulate everybody for fishing. The team that won this year, good job. I like the company you guys have on your shirt, so thank you. But no, for everybody else, I was telling some people that said, hey, when are you going to start fishing? I'm getting closer. My son has a child now, and that child's going to eventually say, I want to go fishing, and I'm going to be pushing it. So I'm looking forward to getting back into this thing and having some fun with you guys. Thank you.
We'd like to announce our first Trophy Club winner, Team Worksite Employee Leasing, for their 32 1/4 inch redfish. Our next Trophy Club we have is Team Fussell Meats with a 40-inch snook. Next Trophy Club winner we have is Team Reaper Rods number 3 with a 43-inch snook. All right, in 9th place, getting some real hobby gear with a total of 154.5 inches, we have Team Doc Planer. All right, in 8th place, receiving 3 tsunami reels with a total of 155 inches, we have Team True South Fishing Charters. All right, in 7th place, receiving 3 Reaper rods with a total of 155.75 inches, we have Team Welsh. And in 6th place, receiving an Atlas jack plate with a total of 156 1/4 inch, we have Team Worksite Employee Leasing. All right, in 5th place, receiving $1,253 with a total of 160.75 inches, we have Team Taylor. And in 4th place, with $1,378 with total inch of 161, we have Team Morton Buildings. In 3rd place, with $1,566 with 161.75 inches, we have Team ExposedOutdoor.com. In 2nd place, winning $2,130
With a total inch of 171 1/4, we have Team Bimini Bay Storm Shield. And first place, with a total of 175 1/4, winning a $40,000 Hughes flat spot, we have Team Ingman Marine. I am here with our 2021 Flastmasters Championship team, Ingman Marine. How awesome does this feel?
It's very awesome. We worked very hard for it, and I got to tell Gary thank you, because I did get the pre-fish a little bit on Friday, and that doesn't happen much. So I appreciate that, and you know, a lot of good competition, and artificial days usually, you know, tough for us, but we actually caught more redfish today than we did yesterday. So yeah, I had a lot of fun.
Now, Bucky, what was it like in those final minutes when you knew you guys had it in the bag?
Well, we didn't. It was about 18 minutes left, and we needed a trout, or that's what we figured would be our best chance to get more inches. So we hit our very, very last spot, and I hooked up, I think it was a 22.5-inch trout with 18 minutes left, and we were down by 1/2 inch. And so I think we ended up 3 or 4 inches more than what we needed. But JR hooked up a 20-incher right at the same time I did, almost right behind me, so we would have beat him either way. But it came down to the very, very last minute, so it was fun.
Awesome. Well, Gary, I know, this tournament wouldn't be what it is without your support from Ingman and everything. How awesome is this to see this team win?
Very awesome. I like the company that's behind them, so that's awesome too. So, no, it's, Charlotte Harbor is one of the best fishing areas in the country. So this tournament every year is fun. And now we have a winter tournament, which is exciting to know. And I'll be able to fish the winter tournament with my son and his little one. So we're looking forward to it.
Well, it's great that tradition remains. And thank you for everything that you do for the Flastmasters.
Thank you.
Brought to you by your good friends at Smugglers.